Today we're making the Penang Punch from the Tropical Standard book. Some of you may recall that I have already made this one before, a little over a year ago in a longer video showing the evolution of this drink. From the original Don the Beachcomber version to the Mai Kai to the Tropical Standard version shared by Garrett Richard. I'm revisiting this one for a couple of reasons. First, it's just a really good drink that I've only had that one time, and I wanted to make it again. I also have this problem where I want drinks to look just like they do in a book, and I now have a similar glass, maybe the same glass, I'm not sure, as the one featured in the book. And lastly, YouTube is just unpredictable, and before I made this video on the evolution of a tiki cocktail, I made a video called 5 Tiki Cocktails for Beginners. In my mind, they were similar in the structure and style and in most important thing, the thumbnail, but this one kind of died. It gets about 17 times less views than the other one, and this drink on its own just deserves a little bit more love. I mentioned this in a recent video, but I've been selling glassware on the MakeAndDrink shop, my own glassware and merch, as well as some vintage ones I've come across over the last couple of years that I just have too many of, just too many things in this bar. So if you're interested in vintage glassware, check that out. There are links in this episode description, and you can get something cool while also supporting this channel. And when it comes to support, you also should make sure that you are responsible and supporting the future you that might want to avoid rough next mornings. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBiotics your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. So click the link in the episode description or use the QR code on the screen now, and you'll get 15% off your first order. Plus, ZBiotics offers a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're not satisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. All right, while many of the tropical standard cocktails have several steps and ingredients, this one is pretty straightforward for a tiki tropical cocktail. I'm going to be making 2 substitutions here. First, drink calls for passion fruit puree and cane syrup, half an ounce of each. Instead, I'm just going to use 1 ounce of my passion fruit syrup. That'll change things just a little bit, but hey, I've already made the exact original one the first time, so I could take a few liberties here. Second, I guess I didn't make it exactly the same because I still don't have that English Harbour rum, so I'm subbing in Chairman's Reserve again. The drink calls for Barbancourt white, and the white Barbancourt that they're calling for in the book is the one that's a few years old now, and the new one is 55% ABV as opposed to the previous version that's 43%, so we get a little extra boost here. If you don't have Barbancourt white, my suggestion is to use a mild, light cachaça as opposed to something like a rum agricole. Fresh is best, or so they say, and yes, sometimes that is true. When it comes to pineapple, there are some commercial ones that I like, but since I have a newer masticating juicer, I find it sometimes cheaper to just juice my own pineapple. This Ninja juicer is pretty good, but I'm not fully endorsing it, not yet. I've used it about a dozen times now, and it works great so far. It's not too expensive. Right now it's like $150, which is actually about $40 more than I paid for it a few months ago. But since it's Ninja, I think it's a little higher quality than some of the cheapo ones you're going to find online. But it's not quite probably as good as a Kuvings. I'm not even trying to sell you on this. Mainly, I'm just justifying my most recent macro lens purchase and trying to use it as much as possible. So get ready to get super close to everything, like pulp. As for the juicer, I still get about 500 to 600 milliliters of juice per pineapple, and I'm even cutting off about half an inch or to 3/4 of an inch of a whole cross section that I can use for garnish. So yes, I do like it, and here's one final close-up of some pineapple foam. Cool. Now let's make our cocktail. The first thing I'm going to do is take my cool vintage glass and add about 10 mint leaves and muddle them. Then going to add a cup of ice and set this to the side. In a drink mixer tin, I'm going to add 5 drops of a saline solution, a 1/4 ounce of lime juice. I'm adding in 1 ounce of passion fruit syrup, but I'll have the book's recipe in this episode's description. 1/2 ounce of pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce of orange juice, 1 teaspoon of absinthe, 1.5 ounces of our Rhum Barbancourt white, and then 1.5 ounces of rum. So there you go, the Penang Punch from the Tropical Standard book. All right, let's try the Penang Punch. Cheers. First thing you get is just like a huge punch of freshness. That's the fresh mintiness, but even more so the combination of absinthe and the Barbancourt. It doesn't have too much of the fresh grassiness, but a fresh herbal, like a green herbalness to it, which I find to be very refreshing. It feels light, and even a drink like this, I put in 1 ounce of passion fruit syrup. If you're making this at home, you'd put in 1/2 ounce of passion fruit puree. Usually passion fruit can just take over something, but this is very subtle in the background. This is an excellent change up to some of the tiki cocktails we associate with being like spicy and kind of like a heavy rumminess too, like Jamaican rum. And those are great. But sometimes they all start to taste the same. And this one is totally different because it has this almost lightness and freshness to it from all of those ingredients. And those two rums together just work so well in this cocktail. This is one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites that I've made here. I'm glad to revisit it because it was something that I've been wanting to make for the last year, and I just haven't got around to making it. Really wanted to try to find this glass to make it again, and I finally found it. I just love the way it looks too, with the mint at the bottom. There's not shards of mint. We didn't destroy the mint, but it's just sitting there at the bottom of the glass right next to my straw, so it just gives this real brightness to it. If I had a menu, which I'm thinking about working on, like making a menu for this bar, I don't know how many cocktails, maybe there's 10, maybe there's 25, I don't know. This would be on that menu because all of these ingredients are things that I keep on hand all the time. I don't need to acid adjust anything. I don't need to have a special syrup or juice. It's just kind of the staples reformatted in a way that just, to me, makes this one of the better cocktails that I've shared. So there you go, the Penang Punch from the Tropical Standard book, getting a little more love here. In case you haven't had this one yet or you haven't come across it, you should make it. It is that good. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. If you'd like to support me and this channel more, check out my Patreon page, and otherwise I will see you on the next one.